so. Next man said, wait for you talk for Patana boy. In this country gets, how come they no able share among 6 million population? We know they ask question, the tax savior. As they reach there, so Papa God, you know, now for them second and family, and say them go. Well, if Salon for get 50 million people, hey, you left. You don't die. Man, they know it's 6 million, and man in the suffer. So you want to add 40 something million people back. You will not cham yourself. Coco Bell, they go do ya. Gonna kill me slow. Shoot we right on sight. If we done, they go better. Na na na. We don't time. We stand better than time. Somebody they cry and say, "Yes, I come from me. Won't become one day you wear green polo." Then because in them na wake. Now when them broke, then one for solve all the problem as you give them power. So Buhari they begin higher. Don't them tiff fatter. Then why are you wasting on a power? Now pure the sector, then they hire every day the who are then they fire. Then tiff easy like drinking water. Why we they fight against the things where for unite us as a nation? Like the 70s, we still a rally around the things where they scatter we as a nation. Why? Yeah. I make ask this question: where all the people them waves fighting up for this nation? Where all the musicians them with them? Yeah, we. Where the journalists them? Yeah, we. I feel people they eat with the one shedness and greed. Tribalism where we make we fence. Now the same thing then they do over and over again. No. I start for lighting tap and cap, then go fly, go away. Then go fly, left the woman power hala. Still better go cry. Make I ask you a question. Now tell me why una wicked to be so. Hey, una sabi raise we hope so high. As we vote down, una put we can go slow. Oh, why? Oh, make us una question, una get any idea how the youth man they survive? Voting for it for the day. Man talk waiting the money. There rank one them go say you belong to the other party. Oh, why? How the internet slow? Oh, yeah, now so we slow anyone then give it we say, oh, God bless you, sir, you know we savior. Why we they fight against the things where for make we strong as a nation? Like we daddy, then we still a rally around the things where they scatter we as a nation. Why? Why? I boku questions, so maybe Salon will not get money.
Okay, that's not being Emerson with question, and now the question them with the ask question them we for move Salon from outside the country they now to a more advanced stage, make we day among the top country than Africa, but not always the country for the when it come to bad thing them portraying bad image about Salon outside. So we dey talk about anything then they and we see how we go able for move forward as a nation. Ali, we been get a break before, and where we be the talk now that Sam Sumana come into the APC, and no sooner than accept for a state and back to the APC, we say he gets straight to the presidential bid. That means say he been getting tension. Why can?
You know, one thing we very clear with the APC that We know we get criteria, but as long as you be a member of the party, I think you are not limited, including me now. I read the age. I not suppose you will stop me for 81. And Chief Alhaji Samsumana, not to one. You know the previous convention and the elections of the we been get over 20 aspirants them. Then maybe this time around, Chief Alhaji Samsumana don't can add to that number. So no matter how it be, I think everybody gets it right. When the term reach, you go set up criteria as them where people will meet before even the party approve it for you get become the standard bearer of the APC party. So I think we are right. If you can't be go to in presidential ambition, others are out there, plenty of them, over 20 of them. So himself just don't add na the list again.
You know, think say for the presidential candidates number, many people been be the point. You look at where people look at waiting make the APC lost the election, then point at that issue. They say the party be get so many presidential candidates, and after they select one, plenty people and feel this gone through and they left hand.
Honestly speaking, the 2018 elections don't pass. Me just know say the coming elections 2023 we don't even get new phases then. We get forget even the number we get for pass so, and are the people are right. APC being an institution, not only a political party, right? The process of healing and reconciliation for the party it been very short. This time around, I think we will ensure say with waiting on the happen, so we will put we house in order very soon and ensure say we ready for take on the SLPP when at the present government for let the people them again then get the hope them be done again, because I mean the trajectory where the APC be done put for ensure say this country move back to a glory days. I mean, we don't see they move from that particular side, but with the coming of these individuals where we they get so for we as young people at the APC party, we are very much assured say come 2023 the APC will win the next elections and we form the next government and let we continue with development trajectory in this country.
Alpha Tomala bring you inside now. You listen waiting Mr. Conte don't talk, but you look at Samsumana, people will say na skillful politician, and as he reach and the state time, he just opening presidential bid. That means say you know think say he go win na the C4C.
Like I tell you, any other political party other than SLPP and APC, we actually want for handle the governance affairs of this country. It needs serious resources. And when you look at the C4C and financial strength, you know, in order to match to these political parties, C4C, NGC, they'll not be able to fielding all councillor seats in this country and all parliamentary seats. So that tells you that say the strength not reach to these two parties. And mind you, according to the rumor we've been out there, the reason why Samsumana was asked out of the APC, coupled up with the other allegations and the fact from the party in your side, say, you know, anti-party issues, dishonest, you know, and so on and so forth, was his ambition to run. And from his own mouth, not other person, he said when he expressed a concern, say he want for run, and you know go give informal boss when on President Nkrumah the opportunity and chance for run for in total bid. This was him making this allegation to Sierra Leonean in a town hall meeting, you know, outside of this country. And he also make this allegation on international media and globally recognized and respected. Like the VOA, BBC. So all along you see them say this is somebody we don't harbor presidential ambition, not only vice presidentship. So looking these two parties, you know, I mean, not the best decision now. At the point in time, I think that say, you know, the APC might be a better chance for him. Because if Ingo join SLPP now, come on, I mean, then get them president already. So they might follow with them president as the next flag bearer. You know, so an outsider coming in, you know, for go like that, it will be a very difficult journey for her. But it don't be in the APC for quite a long time. It don't deal with the APC. That the APC. So then in things say a need for comeback, you know, not the APC. So in order to come back and just be that ordinary member, you know, and the APC letter to and say, then they now look forward to the general membership where we ask them out for wholeheartedly accepting Kanwan back. But at executive level now, when are the internal highest decision making body internally and report to the general body based on the party structure, you know, they don't make them decision. Now be that same body they back, we make the decision say, we drive this man, then forward the reasons and justification. And bring and calm down to the same people then, where then they expect back to accept. So a give and take, we might get the same turnout like we get for in the one, and it come as a individual at the party, but it will shock anybody if declare for presidential flag there. And this come with a contention now among young people within them political parties there. Okay, the age they against most young people and development globally, age 40. Other countries, they accept 30, 33, 35 years of age, they be presidential candidate, prime minister. And we, unless you go to 40, now be 45, then drop her down to 40. So we get young people them among the APC. We're highly respected. Now the APC party. We, if young people then at the APC rally around the young people, then project them for let them be leader now for the APC. Then you open a fight between, because the fight if Sam Sumana declare for be leader now the APC for lead APC come 2023 election, the issue, the contest they be within in Samura. Samura don't build a foundation, and with politics now, that foundation is very difficult for dismantle. Wusubo happens to be a victim of that structure. When Madabio 2005, in Berawa, Chasmagai, late son on Berawa with Chasmagai, they were the number 1, number 2, number 3 candidate. So Chasmagai go form a own political party, the PMDC. And Biono Grigo stay. And age be on inside the young. Chasmagai, maybe he was worried about age. So he thinks forming a third force, it will create a bigger opportunity for him. But still that not able to help I relegate him to third place. Instead of second place. Than the number 1 place where you want. So when he formed a coalition with the APC, then we were seeing people saying that this is nationalistic, but then when it comes to Chief Sam Sumana informing an alliance with somebody, there was heavy threat in between, and a whole of attack. The current Secretary General of the APC, he alleged Sam Sumana thief government money, then get money for go buy brand new vehicles. The current Secretary General.
You get evidence to this.
The audio there are public. It's not me. At the court, the current Secretary General, in a town hall meeting as well. I mean, this was a war. We all understand, teeth and tongue must jam because now they were still sleep inside with mouth. So the charm. So mistakenly, if the bone switch you too much or something, you bet the tongue. It's not going to come out the inside and they'll do the sleep till we die. So they are there. But they're not going to make palaver deliberately. So when we can make the narrative say, or the analogy say, teeth and tongue must jam, I can see it's far from reality. Some of we jam out the one they make to ourselves. It's out of hate, out of malice, out of hunger. And we they forget that tomorrow we get for need each other back. So that war of words will be thrown at each other. Sam Sumana versus the APC leadership. You know, where you get a senior executive member, the Secretary General, alleging that with former Vice President of this republic, then get money, it just go Guinea, go get a second-hand vehicle then and can. They not one game problem. Now the leader, the leader of the party, will be now the president and now our former president. Now say no, now we own brother. Let we left mercy on her. Then instead go to the point that say, you know, the former leader, when I be president, the leader of the All People's Congress, when I was former president, President Nkrumah, former President Nkrumah, Samson Mana the Alex say, former President Nkrumah tell and say, tell a group of men then say, anybody will say it is support Samson Mana, then go, it will ensure that say then die, then he drink champagne on their grave. These now be serious allegations and words of war, you know, to senior citizens of this country. And now the way conversations they go, people record these things and then keep it and bring it forward. Yes, you know, you might dump this at the dustbin and decide for move forward. It's all acceptable because we are human. You know, God forgive we, and we forgive we self as people. So we will live in peace. But with challenges is when it comes to politics, we not for use anger. We not for do things because at this moment we upset. You don't know if they come back, or you don't know if you get for call that person, or you get for need that person.
Mr. Fatoma, the thing about politician and salon, that confrontation, that one-on-one argument, it don't be plenty. People and they will call President Bio now, the time we been the opposition, so many names. Yeah. People and they will the attacker. People and they will even they work for him now. We really bash him. He looks kind of normal.
I agree with you. We accept anything and they as a country as a normal thing, even at the abnormal. But let me tell you, the one that we call Bio all kind name, Kosa all kind name. They're not there in that position where they self been they aspire say if the party where they support it come in power, now that position they then go bring. It's so quick because of the poverty condition of this country. You know, for let's see politicians strive. Because everything in this country with livelihood now depend on politics. Businesses depend on politics. NGOs, some of the NGOs there. Government they interfere to the local donors. Say no get more, where get they can't bash you. You know, so if when you want contract, if you're not a private businessman at this country, they're not a give you. Even you qualify for be a consultant, if there's something they get for deal with government they make recommendations and let them drop you. Because people not believe in competition, they not believe say, you know, people for day in our society, we for be objective, we for just the as how in one for be.
All right, la come with now, Ali. Yeah. Mr. Conte, you see the kind way how Mr. Fatoma the some of the issue. It makes serious point. The issue of people attack, allegation. And now, because of the APC party, what they would then be don't see, and we see them audio, then video, then they spark up now on social media. The integrity of so many people into question now.
You know, waiting. I can understand. You know, the angle side me brother they come out, Fatoma. Now that intra-party conflict, you know, that it's difficult for them we avoid them. Even in Western democracies, they follow the debates will be going between the now Democrats presidential candidate Joe Biden in running mates when Kamala Harris when they discuss. You know the kind of attacks them would them get amongst themselves. So inter-party conflicts, we don't get problem with that one. Then the evidence is people can talk, right? With regards to even this comment where way my brother they make with regards to Chief Sam Sumana when he was vice president, say President Koma, one of the things that he not been agreed for support President Koma in third term bid. I think me serve like Secretary General for the Youth League for like 6 years. And there was a time when this thing they come up. We personally, as an executive, approach former President Koma then on the ambition with regards to this third term. You know what? They say let people talk with him as a president. He get right also to your opinion. He never tell anybody for third term and you not get interest. And we see demonstrate them immediately. You know, in Africa, it's difficult. A ruling government for let them beat you by less than 3%. Then you go, you hand over. You know, you see people, the pressures the way he been there under. I say no, let me peaceful one. He hand over power. I think if he been get anything behind his sleeves, you know, for don't they pass certain things like this. But he decided for hand over power, peaceful one, and he go now in hometown and go see them. So some of them things I mean, not they tell with to like the comment the way they say I think we don't make them very clear. All them things then they I mean now water under the bridge now. Teeth and tongue they jam. And we say plaba they chamot they certain words then they way they come out they. But honestly speaking, Chief Sam Sumana.
But if people don't undo the situation, I mean make them pantap. That mean obviously, you know, he goes straight to Panta, but deep down, grudge good day.
Yeah, but we wait. Who's at the grudge? Because we get started individual, like you rightly said, right? With the current member of the strategic communication unit of this government, Alpha Saidu Bangura, we listen a lot of comments the way he make against the current president. But this is the individual back where they are a strategic position for talk. You know, at times we can tease them also some of the things here. But now you be say this one. Why today? You know, he always they deliberately refuse for even respond again. For go back. What would they say in politics, like he rightly said, when you hatch one, you get for take them with you the talk. Because words far more dangerous than the actual bullet. Right? When in politics, some of us coming up, I know they can't see there because as I be talk or I want talk. People they out there, how they record with here, they say now, and I know they talk for police people. Now with me conscience, I they say tomorrow any side them put me, we ready for defend we safe back with some of them things here. We here is the APC. Whoever we don't come out now the APC, including Chief Alhaji Sam Sumana. Some people anyway be vexed, they see don't quiet one. We they call them back and we don't they see them they come. Most of them they come at the APC party office. This is the very first time when a party they in opposition we see made most of them players them. They still they not the side way they been there. And then we see APC, we go get for get more flag bearers. We be get over 20. We don't see Chief Sam Sumana don't come. Intentional for one for the flag bearership. We get other people who are one for promote them now. But then they plenty of them go come.
You look at now Samoa Kamara.
Yes.
We now been the presidential candidate for APC in the 2018 election.
Yeah.
And how we don't build a molding self for reach that level, how the APC party don't market make it don't kind of expose a little bit. At now, report they say, Alhaji Sam Sumana not even the see eye to eye.
I find it very difficult to believe because we don't see when Chief Alhaji Sam Sumana go Makeni for go meeting former boss when a President Koma on the reconciliation and the union meeting. I mean, immediately after that, we see Dr. Samura Kamara go to Chief Sam Sumana and we see other party members extend their olive. You know, I mean, we see that camaraderie, that political intolerance. We see them demonstrate not only by words but by pictures, right? We don't see that one. We wait till we say as young people like that, let we continue for this together now the only option with the APC party. And we don't see that one. And with the young people and on the champion that we all, including then the big one, them way they run for the presidential ambition. Now this they're all there in very good speaking terms. We party they meet, snack the party they call me. We they see they all they come. The likes of the Kemosi says we're out of the country they hear. Logos Koma then they. So for Dr. Samura Kamara, Sam Sumana, Usubo Uswoyi, because recently Uswoyi said they contribute to even the new constitution of the APC, right? These people they out of the country, even they know where they all be they participate. What they say here is we get forget more people let into the race. And as far as we know, the APC is far more united than how we even come out 2018 elections.
The program na Saloon today in the country live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Mr. Fatoma, the issue around the APC united now than before.
You see, Ali they talk as a young politician, he rightly make a caveat for himself when they talk just now. That the possibility, they strongly that there are people out there who will record this conversation, and even they not record them because of they stream we live on Facebook. I mean, it's gonna be archived, on Facebook, and people will come. So you look at us as a young man where they build in political journey in portfolio. Again, for be very, very mindful of him words, but in that pursuit as well, again for be different than the old way of doing politics. Opposition parties, and then they put pressure on we, the civil society and the media, because when they are divided, they are not focused on national issues, then the civil society leaders or groups or the media then will champion that void, that open gap. The government, they see them as an anti-government person. So if the APC is that united as they are, I mean, I suffer under the APC, arrested, passport seized, humiliated, death threat. But now today, so many SLPP supporters on social media, WhatsApp and so on and so forth, they call me saying I'm an APC paid agent. I mean, just because of we organization champion, the sacking of Sierra Leoneans in this country, and ensure say they get them benefits, the one the way knock we office door, and people the way then detain at this country unlawfully, we challenge the Israeli police for release them if they not get any charges against them. So most of these people they will be victim of these things. The allegation they against them say they are APC, but we organization know say they are Sierra Leoneans. And during SLPP, when SLPP members when they attack the office and arrest some, bring them come, we also champion similar cause, and that was the same thing the APC was saying. And you have senior APC members and now either I'm an NGC or I'm an SLPP, SLPP. But my conscience is more clear than myself.